What up, everybody? This is Nathan, aka Illegit here, playing the nightly 100 grand on stars. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, Thorpe. I just wanted to comment on this first thing that comes up. Thorpe is just playing absolutely maniacally. You see his numbers are super high, but this guy opened in early position. He's been playing relatively tight, and he was on a short stack, and he reshoves with King 10 off here. Which is just really atrocious, really terrible. And the only reason, I mean, there's a few reasons I'm interested. Obviously, I'm playing against the guy, but I think there was a hand that came up, but with me against him, where it was relevant, how loose he was, or possibly not. I don't know, but I've just been watching him play and wondering, because he hasn't had to show down too many hands, and just wondering what he's doing. Oh yeah. When I first came to the table, he opened from middle position. I had ace-jack off in the big blind, and at that point had no read, so I just had to throw it away. Which, I mean, often I'd throw it away anyways, even with the read. But seeing how he's played subsequently, I probably should have 3-betted or at least called. Yeah, because he's basically a stone maniac from what I've seen since then, and just playing really loose fast. Anyways, so as you can see, I have a pretty big stack here. Actually tripled up early on. I flopped a set against the overpair and I made straight, and I got there. So the way the action went, though, I couldn't really get away from the hand because the guy with the overpair continuation bet, I raised, committing myself, and then the straight was behind me and got it in. I was committed. So it was a Jack 8-7 flop. I had pocket 8. And I filled up, so that was nice. And then since then, I played one hand kind of bad, but it ended up being a coin flip, and I lost that for a pretty big pot early on. Level 4, it was for a 4K pot. But then since then, I've gotten kings twice, and they held up both times for in all-in pots against underpairs. Or no, one time against the underpair, and one time against ace-king and ace-8, both short stacked. I wouldn't be surprised if Thorpe just shoves here with something really bad. Just because he had 8K. Okay, he didn't. He was up to 8K, and his opening range is super loose. So, I've got to defend lighter and 3-bet him lighter than I would anyone else, obviously. But it's not. If he opens here, obviously I can't do anything about it. Yeah, which I knew he was going to too. This is. I mean, this is nice actually. This guy, he's donating, and as soon as I pick up a hand, I'm gonna get in against him probably as the big favorite. So that's gonna be nice. I mean, hopefully it's me. Obviously, could be anyone at the table. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. I'll probably just complete here. The under the gun limp from a big stack. I mean, obviously I'd never raise here, but I'm not gonna fold just because, you know, I could flop a ace or 2-pair. Big blind has a big enough stack where he's not just gonna ship it super light, especially how tight he's been playing. So yeah, now I'm just check fold. But if he had like 2,000 and was like an aggressive player, then I'd be more likely to just fold the ace-9 there. Rather than complete, but with the ante, then I'll complete kind of a lot of hands in that spot over under the gun limp, especially since under the gun limp's often, not often, but can sometimes be a very strong hand. So if that's the case and you flop big against the under the gun limp, then you can get paid off largely. Yeah. So anyways. I've been playing, just as it turns out, I've been playing rather nitty. No specific design in that, but my table, I just haven't had too many spots to open and whatever. And I mean, early on, I think it's just more correct to play pretty tight, anyways. But now with the antes in, I'm gonna start opening more pots and such, especially against the players to my left. They're well, this is obvious. If folded to, this is the obvious open anyways. But the players to my left are relatively tight, and so yeah, so I should be opening a lot of hands from, you know, hijack, cutoff, button, etc. This guy's kind of nitty. Okay, so my standard open here is about 6'11", approximately. Once the blinds get to this level, that's when I start going to my, or actually even before this, level 5 or level 6. That's when I start going to my opening 2.5x rather than 3x, because of the stack to blind ratio, basically the average stack to blind ratio, effective stack. Basically, with less money behind, people can't play speculative hands as much, so you don't need to raise as much whether you have a good hand or not, and you also don't need to raise as much to build a pot for value. So it doesn't make sense to raise a full 3x when it's such a large percentage of other people's stack. Min raising, or I don't like min raising, but you know, 2.5 or 2.4 or 2.3 or 2.6 times the big blind is in the range I like to open at these levels. And then as the stack to blind ratio goes down even further, I'll bring it down a little lower, like to the 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 level. I'm not sure. I kind of just learned that from experience, that I wasn't really taught that, but just watching other good players and you know, figuring out what works on my own, that's just what I think. Anyways, I guess the overall point of this video is playing a big stack again, since I have one, in the bigger buy-in tournaments, and what to do with the big stack. So, not too much interesting happening here. Okay, nice. Thorpe again. He makes his king-queen call there is pretty standard, but I think he would have called with a lot worse than that. This is close to an open here with the antes in, but I'm just going to fold it. The reason being is Thorpe's on mega tilt, and he short stacked. As you see, everyone folded, so it turns out it would have been a good open spot, but I mean, my hand's not that good for under the gun +1 anyways. Okay, so anyways, this video is coming to an end. I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.